And here we are. How you doing, everybody? It's Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. We're back for the second show of the day. Our last hour of trading from 3 to 4 in the afternoon Eastern Time. It is Thursday, November the 11th. It is Memorial. Well, not Memorial Day. It is Veterans Day, and it's Remembrance Day. In Canada, it's Remembrance Day. In the U.S., it's Veterans Day. And thank you for all of you who have served your country. Thank you for your service. The bond market is closed today, so only half the market is running. The stock markets are open. And we have a Dow market has been down all day today. Right now down 130, about 134 points, just short of that. It's a quieter market. The S&P has been positive pretty well all day, up 7.5, and NASDAQ up 101. So mixed return. Disney is the stock that is dragging down the Dow, although it's been improving a little bit lately. But anyway, that's the story right now. Tomorrow will be interesting because we're going to find out if there's any follow through on the concerns of the bond market, where yesterday afternoon the market backed off and interest rates inched higher. We're going to see if there's any more follow through on that, if there's anything to worry about. I'm not anticipating a whole heck of a lot to worry about there. So much cash in the system, but markets have their ways of having hissy fits. And let's keep in mind these markets we're talking about, the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, they're near or at all-time record highs, multi-year record highs, and so we are at any time we could have a 4, 5, 6, 8, 10% correction. That in historical terms is a nothing burger. And it's usually healthy for the market. I'm not calling for one. I don't particularly want one. I don't think we need one, but you never know. That can happen. Keep in mind, too, the markets, when we talk about the markets or we talk about a stock, we talk about SoFi, for example. A lot of you are watching SoFi today, of course, for obvious reasons. And you mentioned, you'll say like, gee, I sure wish it would go to 25, 26 today. It would really make my day. The stock doesn't do that by itself. The only way this market goes up or down in price is because human beings want to buy more or sell more at any point in time during the day that we're trading. We're up 301 right now to 23.43. We were as high as 24.65 at one point today. We fluctuate depending on human emotion, and human emotion is greed, fear, and that's what it is. We have 62,300,000 shares trade today of SoFi. That's a lot of speculating going on. Somebody sold this stuff. Somebody bought this stuff. 62 million shares traded hands today. 62 million shares believe that they're going lower, and 62 million shares of, let's call it buying, think it's going up. The sellers always think it's going down. The buyers always think it's going higher. That's the nature of this business with every single stock that's out there. There are tens of thousands of shares trading at all times. There are millions of people trading in the market at all times, tens of millions, hundreds of millions globally. And everybody has their own 2 bits advice or thoughts or concerns or speculation as to what's going to happen. Some folks have a very short-term fuse for results. Others will give it much more time and be much more patient. Some folks only look at the stock once or twice a day just to kind of see how it's doing. Others just can't keep their eyes off the penny by penny, blow by blow action. It's just that's the way this business is. And there are those out there who make their money day trading and doing trades, 100 trades in a day, or 50 trades, or 40 trades, or 170 trades. There are computer systems set up by day trading firms that will buy and sell stock in microseconds, back and forth, back and forth. And if they can scoop a quarter of a penny or half a penny out of a trade, they'll take it. There's a lot of that. The market used to be a bunch of people yelling on the floor of the stock exchange for trading, that used to get phone calls from offices telling them to buy or sell whatever. And there would be floor traders on the New York Stock Exchange floor that during the day would do hundreds of trades a day. And at the end of it, they count up their pink tickets and their blue tickets, sells and buys. And they go, oh, wow, I did 120 sells and I did 115 buys. At the end of the market hardly changes at all. Stocks hardly changed at all. And yet there was action all over the place. And there are those who are convinced it's going lower. And there are others who are convinced it's going higher. But there are also people out there who are convinced that it had a good run and it has topped out. And they've done well with it. Sellers aren't losers. Sellers sometimes are winners cashing in. Buyers aren't looking to buy losers. Sometimes buyers are looking to buy value. They see a stock backing off, and it reaches a certain point where it's just too attractively priced to not buy it now, and then they get into it. And so there's a million reasons why you buy and sell stock. There's a million reasons why you buy and sell a house or anything else. Markets are just like that. We fluctuate all the time, up and down during the day, and now after markets and pre-markets as well. So again, if you're thinking a stock should go up, it's nothing the company can do really during the day can make the stock go up or down. Generally speaking, SoFi, the company itself, there's very little they can do to affect their value. They really don't want to affect their value during market hours. They do not want to be accused by SEC or anybody else, litigious lawyers out there, of trying to manipulate a market, causing material changes without doing, let's say, a trading halt or formal press release. So public companies generally go about their business on a daily basis, and if they have something to say that they think their shareholders should know, they will generally do a press release after the close or before the open of the day. If there is a material change or material fact that has to be released during market hours, in my time, what would happen is a public company would call the stock exchange, and they would talk to some folks there and say, we need to halt our market. We're going to make a press release on the newswire 30 minutes after the halt is done, or 15 minutes. We want our shareholders to learn of a material event that we have just discovered with our company. And it could be that the company received a takeover offer from somebody, or an oil company just got the word from the field that that oil well they were drilling that they thought would produce 100 barrels a day, producing 1,500 barrels a day of oil. It's a gusher. And now they realize, oh my gosh, we might have 10 like this. That is a material fact, especially for a junior oil and gas company. They'll halt their market, and then they'll let that news out with glee. I mean, they can't wait to talk about that. The stock could be called back for trading half an hour after the news announcement is out, and it could open up 20% higher. So companies rarely will release anything during a market if they can help it. They prefer to do it in their control after or before the trading of the day. That's why earnings come out after the bell or before the bell. Rarely do companies come out with earnings in the middle of the day. They don't do that. The exchanges don't like that. The exchanges do not want trading halts because you are going to bring out your financials at noon instead of after 4 in the afternoon. No, don't do that. Wait till after 4 in the afternoon. And nowadays, of course, public companies will schedule a conference call maybe at 5 o'clock where the financial community can come on in and listen in on what the company has to say about their latest financials. It's all highly orchestrated and organized now. And none of this, 1 second here, 1 second there, we're going to halt and release something out of the ordinary. There are times during the day, during the market day, where companies are in the news, sure, of course, but it's usually outside parties that are rustling something up. It can be that it could be, say, Bank of America could, 2 hours into the trading day, their analyst that they have that covers certain stocks might say, oh, SoFi, we love the company SoFi. We're giving it a strong buy recommendation with a $45 target price. That can come out at any time. But even analysts are becoming much more reasonable with their work. They'll do pre-market announcements, giving their customers, which is usually their employer and the employer's investment advisors, giving them the info that they really like the stock hours before the stock starts trading, so that when the investment advisor shows up at work or is on the way into work, they get an email on their phone, an alert saying, by the by, Jerry over in the analytics department just put out a buy recommendation on SoFi. This is what he's saying. This is where he thinks the stock's going to go. This is the official position of our firm. That gives the investment advisor time to either send out texts or a blanket text to all their clients, or make phone calls to key clientele, someone they know is sitting on a ton of this stuff, and say, hey, just want to let you know, I know you own 20,000 shares and you got 200 call contracts. Kind of want you to know that our analyst just came out with this news on SoFi, they just mentioned this, thought you should know before the markets is a good time to do that kind of thing. It gives everybody a chance to absorb the information, take it in, understand it, talk about it, and try to speculate on what does this mean for the company long term. And then when the shares do open either higher or flat or lower, people kind of have an understanding as to why it's doing what it's doing. It's the way of the modern day world. Anyway, today's a quiet day. SoFi 2302 up 259. The Dow's down 151, near the low of the day right now. S&P up 3.8, Nasdaq up 83. Stocks that we're following here, Rocket Lab down 36 cents to 14.22. It's been in the red pretty well all day here. SoFi $23 right now, got as high as 24.60, I think. GameStop 205.30 up 6.11. Generally been up all day. It got up to 208 today. Matterport 22.34. By the way, GameStop volume, just so you know, 913,000. There's nothing going on. It's up on 900,000 shares. There's nothing going on. Matterport 22.34 up $1.07. 23andMe 12.55 up $1.03. Spire at $5.50 a share, up 13 cents. Volume on Spire 929,000. ATIP that traded over 30 million yesterday, 3 million volume today. That is higher than lately normal, but not like yesterday. 3.83.5 cents, $3.83.5 cents, down 9.5 cents today. The low was 3.65, the high was 3.99. So the stocks had a 34-cent range today, and we're at 3.83 right here. So kind of in the middle of that all-day range. Smart Rent 1102 down $1.33. This stock started high, went down, came back up, came down, and it's been flat the rest of the day. The last half hour maybe a little weaker. 133 on the downside, 1102 last trade, low of the day 1087, 2 million traded. This company's sitting on $470 million plus in cash, and what we're waiting for is news on what they're going to do with it. Have they got plans to spend 50 million here, 20 million there, 30 million here, and so on? Or do they have something big in mind? Is there a plan here? What's their plan? What's your whole plan? To spend all 400 million on something massive? Combination of money and stock, combination of cash, stock, and then they will take out notes to borrow more money. I mean, what's up? What's the deal, Smart Rent? We're all waiting. We don't know. And I don't think we're going to hear anything today on Veterans Day. Sextera down a nickel to 9.76. Been kind of quiet all day long. AMC up $1.22. It's been positive almost all day long. 39.50, up 122. Robinhood down 29 cents. Got positive, but went negative again to 34.20. Vanik Vectors up 4.38, back to 297. It was higher though. It got up today to 298.90. Now back to 297, low of the day 295, but we are up $4, 430. Home Depot down $1.22. It was down a little more than that, but it seems to be coming back as close as it can to breaking even. IBM at 120 a share here, 120.15, down 7 cents. The Dow is still down 150. Microsoft up $1.40. Apple down a penny. Tesla down $5. Bed Bath Beyond up $1.27. BlackBerry up 2 cents. Royal Caribbean down 213 to 86.62. The shares were at 97.98 this week. They're back off now, $11, $12 a share. Norwegian is down, Carnival's down. Goldman Sachs 403 on the upside, 403.15. Amazon down $13. Facebook it's up 66 cents. Google up 9.09, Target up $1.30, JP Morgan up 45 cents, Costco up 4.70 to $510 a share, Walmart down 15 cents, Cisco down 96 cents. It's a quiet day. Disney still down 12.26 at 162. The high 163.90, the low 158.30. So we've been going between a $5 range between low and high, but the reality is it's down 12.29 at 162. At 158, add $4 to this, it was down $16. And it could only be down 11 for its best print of the day. $11 drop is the high. So Disney's not having a good day today, and it is under pressure at 162. 17. I also have noticed some analysts are cutting the price targets a bit for Disney back into the low 200s. But it is a Wall Street darling. The long-term outlook for Disney is positive, but we are in a pandemic, and this is a global company with global theme parks that are affected here and there. Business is off. Okay, eBay up 32 cents today. Twitter down 28. Just some of these other stocks out there. Netflix having a good day, up 14 bucks. I guess Disney being down, Netflix is up. I guess that's what's going on. Anyway, there you have it. We're coming into the last 45 minutes of the day. SoFi at 22.82, giving up some ground right now. Still up 240. Some of you out there, have you written some calls today? Did you write some 22s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 27s, 30s? What did you do? Hopefully you wrote some calls, and they're coming in for you. We'll see what's going on there. Thank you, everybody, for being here today and being part of this channel today. It's great to have you here. I'm just going to go to member-only commentary now. Membership has its privileges. Please consider becoming a member of this channel. And you, too, can comment during live shows when I'm on the air, and we'll try to answer any questions you have about the markets and trading and whatever else. Thank you, those of you who joined me last night, every Wednesday night. Now, from now on, 8 o'clock Eastern, Uncle Bruce Prime Time. Every Wednesday night, Uncle Bruce Prime Time is waiting for you, and look forward to having you join us. So we had a really good time last night on our Prime Time show. It went over very well. We answered a ton of I answered a ton of questions last night about markets, and it was fantastic. It was just great. We really enjoyed it, and look forward to hopefully seeing all of you back and more next Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Fabulous. Thank you all for your support and being here today. We have right now 160 thumbs ups on this program, and they're coming in quick. Thank you very much for encouraging each other to like the show and hit the thumbs up button. I do appreciate it very much. It really helps. Let's take a look at some comments here from a number of my folks here. Okay, Bruce, I did it. I sold my coin, and I'm now at 100 SoFi. Which video you recommend first? I think you're talking about my classes. Yes. Just start watching number 1 and then number 2 and number 3 and learn all about writing options. Kevin has bought my SoFi calls back too soon. I sold 5 22.5s today. And bought them back at a $300 profit. This is SoFi. Okay, so I sold 5 22.5s today, bought them back for a $300 profit. Oh well, waiting for the next pop. So you could have bought them a little lower, but that's how this goes. Sometimes you write options and you want to buy them back, and you get a bit of a dip, and you take advantage of the dip. You buy your calls back and go, hey, I made some money. But then you see the stock go down even more, and the contracts are down so that you could have made 500 or 600, and you go, shoot. But you know what? A profit is a profit. And like Jennifer says, winners cash checks. Everyone else kicks dirt. So, watch the stock. Pops up a little bit more. You write calls again. Drops back. Buy them back. It's that simple. If you weren't a member, what are you doing? Join with Bruce here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. What else is going on? Last night was a blast, says Frumbler. We had a good time. It was great. Uncle Bruce, I sold my 15 January 2021 calls. Secured the profit, and I purchased 800 shares. I'm waiting for the funds to settle and look forward to writing calls next week. Right on. Way to go, man. That's awesome sauce. Yippee-ki-yay. That's awesome. Wednesday show is too late early for my time zone, but I'm excited to download it in my YouTube Prime subscription. Exactly. Coyote sold 4 SoFi 25s November 19th earlier for 80 cents each near the peak, sitting back and watching it decay in half so far. If they go down to like 30 cents, pick them off, buy them back, and get ready to rewrite. There's nothing wrong with taking 30, 40, 50 cent profits several times a week. There's nothing wrong with that strategy at all. Way to go. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, the lamp is resting on your shoulder. How sweet. I have to go get some Kleenex. What lamp? Shorts have taken advantage as well. Yeah, Uncle B, when I hear this, you have more of it when I buy a class rather than from a $50 donation. I can send the donation later after new gains come in. Thanks. you have more of it when I buy a car. Thank you, Spire. You're all good, buddy. Paul, genius, Uncle Bruce. You're going to create an army of intellectual traders. Well, I sure hope so. I would rather work with you guys on a constant basis, helping you make money constantly rather than try to find you the one home run ball that we may or may not ever find. Or I find a stock with you that takes a real run and only a quarter of you bought it because the other three quarters of you didn't have money to buy it, didn't believe the story, weren't sure about it. I mean, it's just a losing cause. I love the idea that if I can build an army of you followers who are now constantly engaged in these stocks, we're engaged in the market, and you're flowing cash all the time, you're always able with dry powder to get into a hot situation that comes up out of nowhere, constantly earning revenue, paying your bills, keeping the pressures of outside forces away from your investment making decisions, keeping you with a clear head and not having you distracted by bills and long shot bets that didn't pay off, and now you owe all kinds of money on cash advances on credit cards and stuff. I mean, there are nightmare scenarios out there that I have come through over all my years, and tell you, this is the way you want to earn a living. This is the way you want to make money in the market. You have your stocks reach through 20 here, these SPACs with GameStop even, and you're writing calls, and you're bringing in money and letting the risk takers take the risk. You're taking the sure thing. I think this is the way to go. It's okay. I bought mine back too soon as well. I sold 15 24.50s for 50 cents. I bought them back for 20. Could have gotten more, but I'm still happy. Swinton, and this is a good point. Swinton, you're making a really good point here. I'm really happy you said this. I got to tell you guys, and I'm going to have to do a class for this, I think. When is enough enough? What is a reasonable profit? When you write something like Swinson did here for 50 cents and you're buying it back for 20 cents, you're buying something back at 40 cents on the dollar in the same day or so. This is phenomenal money. This is incredible. Just think about it. If he bought them at 20 at 10 in the morning and sold them at 50 at 11:30 in the morning, you'd be going, oh, well, this guy's a genius. He made 2.5 times his money in a couple of hours. That's what's happening here. It's just in reverse. You're selling first to buy back. The trick of maximizing your profit here, Swinson, is trying to get the highest price you can when you sell the contract. That's the trick right there. And then trying to buy it at the lowest price possible. That's the trick. So if you can pull out next time a 54-cent sale and an 18-cent buyback, there's another 7-8 cents on a trade like that, great. But even with this is a phenomenal 60% profit. I mean, the difference between 20 and 50, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Now, 15 times you've done this, so that's 750 is what you brought in, and then you paid 300 to buy it back. You cleared $450 today. How long does it take all of you out there in your day jobs to take home clear $450 from your job? Is this a half a day, a 2-day thing, a half the week, a whole week? I mean, we all vary in how much we make and how much we clear after tax. This is serious money. And you have to look at it as a trade that has been done, and I'm happy, and now I'm looking for the next one. Forget about the last one. Move on to the next one. And you're always looking for a bounce back to write calls again, and looking for a pullback to buy them back. There will be times you'll write for 50, and you'll watch it go down. And you'll see the contracts reach like 35, and then they start bouncing the other direction because the market goes up. You'll buy back immediately. You might pay 40 to get it back. You've made a dime. But the contract goes from 40 to 60, 65. Now you write it again, and it backs off to 45. It barely goes a little lower than the first time you sold it. You're buying it at 45 the second time. You made another 20 cents. So if you made 10 cents on the first one, 25 on the second one, you made 35 cents a share today on 15 contracts. You can do this multiple times on a daily basis, a weekly basis, on all of these various issues here. Do not get greedy. Do not think, oh, I got to sell at 50 and I can't buy back for more than a dime. Otherwise, I'm a loser. No. If you are selling at 50 and you buy back at 44, it's okay. You sell at 15, buy back at 32. It's okay. You might be doing 5 trades in a daytime between swings of a stock. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, you'll add it up and go, oh, I made 80 cents a share. When it was all said and done, I made 80 cents net profit on all my contract trading today, times 15 contracts. I made $1,200 today. Thank you very much. That's good money. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Rob. Hey, Uncle Bruce, what's your take? I've got 15 Cyxtera 12.5 January calls, average price 59 cents, last bid 25 cents. Should I average down with 15 more at 20, say, or buy April 12 and a halves for 75? What do you think I should be doing here? Well, I mean, you can buy more of these Jans if you want. Again, Cyxtera, as I've said a zillion times, there's something going on here. I just can't put my finger on it. This stock now is only down 2 cents on the day today. It's all, been climbing back up all day long. When this thing goes, it's a $4 or $5 pop in one day. You and I know it's going to happen in like a day or two. It's just going to go. The question is it happening between now and January or now and April? There you go, right? So, yeah, the April 12 and a halves is your safest bet, of course, and you don't have to worry about it. On the ones you have now, you can wait them out a little longer and see if there's any kind of movement in the market. But every day that goes by, you're still 2.5 out of the money on those things. So you may want to just roll them out and pop into 12 and a halves and into April and leave it at that. It's a tough call. Yep, I have my bid at 30. There you go, Coyote. Is a stink bid just another term for a limit order? It is, but it is a cheap bid in your mind. Okay, someone else out there will call it a stink bid. You'll call it a limit buy order. But I refer to it as a stink bid. Absolutely, put them out there. You never know when you get lucky on these buys, even on stink offers. If you want to write a contract, or you are like my friend here, Rob, he's long these calls. He's thinking of rolling over. He might put an offer in, a stink offer, on his Cyxtera calls. Those Januaries, he might put them out there at 38 cents. And if he gets it, he'll be thrilled. And he'll then use that money to buy April 12 and a half. So he might play that game. If Cyxtera has a little pop, he'll get out. And then if it backs off a little bit, he'll get back into April 12 and a half. There's that too. Stink bids, stink offers. Absolutely. Let's see, a very low limit order. Yeah, it's a very low limit order with a high sell order. Exactly. Okay, I think I don't understand the question. The gains from the class are yours. I consider to buy one this month. Yes. Okay. If you purchase a class on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, the cost is $100 for the class. That money comes to Jennifer and I. Yes, it does come to us through PayPal. It is how I earn extra money over and above these views to make a go of it. Yes, and we thank you, all of you who are buying these classes. You're helping us. I'm pretty sure that with a 2-hour class, you are learning more than $100 worth of information on a 2-hour class, and I'm thrilled you are. I know that many of you have told me a zillion times, Bruce, your classes are too low. I have learned so much from these classes. It's unbelievable. What I don't make you do is I don't make you buy the entire package of all 10. It's a la carte pricing. You can watch class number 1, class number 5, class number 9, whichever ones you want, whenever you want, in what order you want. Each one is about 2 hours long. And if you watch all 10, thank you so much. If it takes you 2 months to do it, fabulous. You watch one class a week, one class every couple of days, 2 classes a day, up to you. I thank you. So yes, the funds do come to us, and I thank you. Julie B says, reporting for duty, sir. Soldier of Army of Intellectual Traders here. Thank you, Julie. Welcome aboard. Nice work there, Coyote. Hello, Uncle Bruce. You taught me how to print my own money from home in my PJs, and I'm happy about that. I am really happy about that. There's nothing finer than making money in your PJs. There's nothing better than that. You gotta love it. This is great. Bruce, at what point do you think Spire is a buy target? Seems strange that no one seems interested. They lost institutional investors yesterday. I don't, I can't really say, but Spire is one of those companies that is going to be around a long, long time. This is kind of like your cable company. Once you have these guys and you utilize their services as a satellite operator, you never let them go. These guys will have contracts that will last decades. As long as the satellites orbit, these guys have contracts, and they're constantly adding new clients every week, every month, every quarter. New clients to manage existing satellites and new satellites being launched. These guys are going to make a lot of money, and they're going to make a lot of money from some very senior business partners, NASA, the European Space Agency. The checks these guys get never bounce. The market as a whole does not know who these guys are. The big stock market. Out of 100% of all the market participants out there, 2% know who these guys are, if that. So if you were to talk to 100 people on Wall Street, you know what Spire does? Do you know who Spire is? 98 won't even know what you're talking about. They're not a controversial company. They're not an Amazon. They're not a Tesla. They're a utility. They're kind of like a utility company for satellites. In the space business, they all know who these guys are. But the space business makes up a small number of actual stocks. I mean, you think about how many shares are out there that are in the space business. What is there, 12, 10, 5? There aren't very many. There are the brand names that we know of that are run by name guys, but Spire is not a publicity attractor. There's no celebrity running this company. It's just a hardworking, good money making machine that is growing its earnings dramatically right now. And we're early. We are very early into this story. Now, I'm not happy with what happened to the stock in the last 3 months. Not at all happy. But on the other hand, I'm looking at this 550 price on Spire going, what a deal this is. I see no way that you're not going to make money if you wait this thing out. There is no way that they're not going to be delisted. They're not going to disappear. They're not going bankrupt. None of that. They're going to make money, pile on a bunch of money. Maybe they're a takeover target someday. Maybe they take over somebody else. But I like Spire. I just like it a lot. Anyway, there you go. Let's go, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Alexander. Buyout. Vash, Bruce, I have a buddy who WHP doesn't have 100 shares of anything. Should I lean him towards less than 2 or 8? Oh, I see. Yeah, well, if he you're thinking about poor man covered call writing, right? Yeah, Vash, if he doesn't even have 100 shares, he's got to watch more than 2 lessons. I mean, this guy's got to learn a lot. That might be his best investment, is just watch a bunch of lessons and learn what's going on, figure out what's going on. Bought 5 $10 strike smart rent calls for March 18. Time is on my side. I think a great entry point. Well, there you go. It's smart rent. I love it. Smart rent, 11.02 a share. You're in the money, and I think you're going to be just fine too. Bruce, I'm going to have all of us in the gang sub soon here. Thanks, man. Island Girl, Uncle Bruce, you could learn how to poll your YouTube members to find out the level of interest in your meet and greets. I know I can do it in my community tab. I could, but I'm not ready yet. But yeah, thank you. And thank you, Island Girl. Appreciate you thinking about me on that. A class on how to sell. Yeah, I'd watch that. Think about what you had to do slaving at 9 to 5 for that $200 you made off of doing nothing, laughing out loud in your PJs. So funny you say that, Bertie. I plan to live to 103. Rob, thanks for you about an hour. Bruce says, Adam, I'm not sure about what. Okay, Uncle Bruce. Uncle Bruce should patent some kind of mechanism in which you tell him on the live stream how much you're up, and he pulls a lever, and you get slapped by a robot arm, and he yells, "Take the profit." Slave 9 to 5 every day on top of option trading makes me happy. Doing that can pay your rent for a month. This is how you get financial freedom. Geo, $450 at least 3-4 days, despite having a history degree, it means zero. That is really good info to hear. Take profits, don't look back, and make more money. Exactly. Just another name for lowballing or highballing stink bids. Juliet, thank you, Juliet, for being a new member of this channel. Thank you for coming on board with this this cast of characters we have here. We're glad you're here. I hope you love it. Hope you enjoy it, and we're really happy here that you're here. So this goes to the question I tried to ask earlier that I couldn't get into the 200 characters. I always chase last few pennies and watch dollars fade away. Yeah, forget about the pennies. Take your dough, go move on, and get ready for the next trade. Hello, everybody. Hope the day was good for people. Thank you, Julian. Drew, we the Kings. Take me back. Takes me back, says Drew. Joanne, Uncle Bruce, have you covered or do you like call ratio spreads? Have you covered or do you like call ratio spreads? When I was a broker, I used to do. I would write covered calls for my clients. That's kind of what I would like to have done. But I got to admit, when I was a broker, this is so far ago, so long ago, that it's ancient history. I mean, the market did not exist like it exists now. When I entered the business, options only came out 4 expiry dates a year. Every quarter, options expired when I started. There were only 4 expiry dates. Now there are weeklies. There are multiple weeklies. So things have completely changed out. It's just not the same anymore. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Let's go. Thanks, Bruce. I'll put in a stink bid to average down on on the Jans, and if it doesn't hit this week, I'll roll into later ones. There you go, buddy. I rolled a GameStop $2,300 in the red into a new, much longer one. Do I even care anymore about going into the hole to buy the previous one back, or do I start fresh and buy the new one back when I can look in some profit and free myself up to write a new one? So okay, I'm not understanding what you did here. You bought back a call and wrote another one. Okay. It's a longer one. I'm assuming it's a higher strike price. But I don't understand what's going on here about you being in the red and all that. This doesn't make sense to me. Ed, I bought February 20 calls on SoFi last night. I'm up 1,200 right now. Should I cash out or hold a while on SoFi? Well, where are we at right now on SoFi? SoFi now is 23.08. You're up 266. You bought 20s. You've done well today. Look, you can sell them now and then do nothing for the rest of the day. Wait for the opening tomorrow. And let's just assume this. Let's just say tomorrow morning in the first hour, the stock drops $1.50. That's just, in 40 minutes, right? But then it seems to be leveling off. You could buy these calls right back tomorrow morning. Take 20 again at that low price and sit back and go, okay, go back up $1.50. Go from $20.50, $21 to $23 again. I dare you. And if it does it again, you cash in a second time. You could play that game. You have nothing to lose in that sense. I like some profit to a new. Again, I can help us. I'm not sure what you're asking me. Then for sure, it's smarter to buy the first lesson. Number 1, Brad, Uncle Bruce, your members only chat last night was great. Looking forward to making this part of my weekly routine. Right on, Brett. Hollow Smith, spend $100 to learn how to make $500 a week. There you go. Ed, you're $1.50 down from the high of the day. I'd set a target price to sell you're comfortable with. There's always that too. Brett, thank you for the super sticker, buddy. $5. Thank you, buddy. Rob, those Febs are going to print when the charter hits. I'd keep them unless you really need the money quick. There you go. Sent you $20 for lunch. We'll say Kamudi on it. It'll say Kamudi. Oh, I see what you mean. You did it. You're sending me a PayPal. I got it. Okay, thank you. Kamudi. Right on. Okay. Let's keep going here. Ed, DM. Yeah, I saw that drop today, but I still have 3 months on the call. PSFE opinion on the third quarter report. What PSFE? I don't know who that is. DM, Ed, I'm holding Jan 30, so I'm holding out of necessity. Credit, Savage. Yeah, baby, I sold 20 $26 SoFi covered calls expiring next week, and I got a $1.25 premium. It's already 50% down, but I am daring them to take me out. This is an easy $2,500. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. I use that money for Rocket Lab. There you go. That is beautiful. $26 calls. The stock's 23.05 right now. He brought in $2,500. Easy money. Beautiful job. Nicely done. Gerald, I'm a little late to the game today. Looking to write covered calls on my SoFi shares. What do you recommend this afternoon? Well, the shares are 23.02. They're up 260 today. There's no guarantee they're going to stay here or go higher or lower later today or tomorrow. But if you're a writer of contracts, and if you're going to write maybe 24s or 25s, good for a week or two, you might bring in some premium that you can enjoy if the shares stay in this neighborhood. Again, I'm not saying they will. They might. But if you're going to write a contract that expires a week from tomorrow or 2 weeks from tomorrow, you're guaranteed 10 days or less of depreciation time for sure. In fact, I just wanted to check one little thing out here. Today's the 11th of November, okay? If you write contracts that expire on the 26th of November, the 25th, we're not open for trading, I don't think. That's Thanksgiving. So that's 1 day gone right there. You're only writing a 9-day contract. So write 26s, November 26s, you guys, and you've got 1 day gone already. That might be something to really consider. Just a thought from your buddy Uncle Bruce. Anyway, keep an eye on the calendar, see what happens. Okay, 23.08 on SoFi, up 266 a share right now. How about that? What's everyone doing with the February 750 Spire calls? What are you guys doing with those? I think you're sitting and waiting. We're 550 on the Spire, up 13 cents today, $2 away from being in the money on the 750s, and waiting to see when the pop is going to happen. It could happen at any time. We never know. ATIP is coming on, by the way. We're down only 3.5 cents. ATIP was down to, what was that price? 377 just about an hour ago. Now we're now up to 389, down 3.5 cents on 3.3 million. So it looks like ATIP is coming on at the end of the day here with a bit of a pop, which is good. Rob Vilbus personally, I like the idea of taking a smaller profit and setting up for a shorter right. That's the way he likes to do it. Nick, I'm number 121 on your thumbs up, Bruce. Good afternoon, buddy. Good afternoon, Nick. How you doing, man? Let's see what else is going on out there. Yeah, we have options expiring tomorrow. You may want to look at writing 205 GameStop contracts. The stock's at 203.66. You might want to write 205s that die tomorrow. Don't know what kind of a premium you get. You might want to look at writing 205s that die next Friday. That might be an idea too. Again, always keep an eye on the market. Matterport, 22.20. You might want to look at 23s, 24s, 25s that die next week or the week after, which is the Thanksgiving weekend. You might want to look at that. We'll see. Okay, we're moving up on ME again. We're at 12.92, climbing a little bit here, up $1.40, which is nice to see today. Spire 550 up 13. ATIP now 290 and a half, going for 390. Now 391. Pardon me, 391 a share on ATIP. It's moving up here, down only 2 cents now. JMac Bruce, I sold 107,000 of SoFi options today to cash in profits. I can now buy 500 GameStop shares. Do you have a slot this weekend for a one-on-one to discuss selling covered calls? Yes, JMac, I do. If you want to do a one-on-one, what have I got? Saturday, I have an opening at 10 a.m. Eastern or noon Eastern on Saturday. Or Sunday, I've got an opening at 10 o'clock in the morning or at 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. Sunday afternoon. So if you're into NFL football, you might want to see me Saturday. 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Eastern time. I have 2 openings there for an hour each. Let me know. Send me an email and tell me which one you'd like, and I'll send you a link for that for the PayPal payment. And we'll lock you in, and we'll take care of it. We'll talk about your idea on what to do with GameStop and start bringing in some money. Okay, what else? Vilbuz feels like being on the GameStop sidelines equates missing out on opportunity. Robert, I highly recommend the classes. Bruce sees bargoons. Michael, hello all. A little slow getting here, dragging all these tendies. We got 16 minutes to go. Drops. Thanks for all you do, Uncle Bruce and Jen. I'm making 2 times more money by listening to you. If Spire could do all that in the next 8 days, it would really be appreciated, Bruce. That would be good. Bilbus, for example, the 220 I got, the 220, I got 3,800 for last Friday, gave up about 800 on the dip this week, was tempted to just take that 800 and get free for the next right. Would prefer a little more, but you get it. And again, I still don't know. You had a $220 contract. I think that's what you did. I think you sold a 220. I think that's what you did. And you got 3,800 last Friday. And I gave up about 800 on the dip this week. I was tempted to just take the 800 and get free for the next while. Would prefer a little more, but you get it. So yes, you can buy it back and score an $800 gain on the 220 call because that's how much it's depreciated, I'm assuming. Keeping in mind that we are out of the money at 203 and it is out. It's right now going to stay, at the moment, it looks like it's staying out of the money. So each day that goes by, these contracts will shrink more. So Vilbus, I'm not sure. What did you end up doing again? I have to go back to my messages here. Vilbus, I rolled a GameStop 2,300 in the red into a new, much longer one. Do I even care anymore about going into the hole to buy the previous one back, or do I start? So I still don't understand what you did here. Do you still have the $220 call that you wrote, and it's still depreciating? You're up 800 on it, and it's still. Do you still have that one, which is good? And now you've written a new one, I guess, or you had another one, and you're rolling into what? And I don't know what this is. What strike price? When? What? I got nothing. You're. I mean, I'm lost, buddy. I'm really lost. I don't know where you're at here. I would love to help advise you, but I have no idea where you're at. Anyway, there you go. Uncle Bruce, I wrote 4 Matterport calls expiring next Friday. $25 strike for 90 cents, 7 cents. And I can buy them back and get $216 for the same strike price expiring Jan 21. Is this a good move? No, it's not yet. No, I wouldn't do that. I would, you wrote 25s, okay, and the stock's at 22.19 and they die next week, all right? Okay, so Matterport, this I can understand. This I understand. Hang on, let's see if I can figure this out. So you wrote 25s for next Friday. All right, so the 25s that expire on the 19th are sitting at 35 to 40 cents right now. Okay, so you got a profit. If you want, you can buy them back right now. You can wait till tomorrow and the stock stays under 25. They'll probably be 25 to 30 cents, something like that. You might make another nickel. Fair enough. Now, you can write the next series, and you're thinking of January's, and I wouldn't write January's. No, I would write December's. If you're going to write new contracts, I'd write December's. But which ones? The 25s will get you 135 to 140. So if you can buy the ones you have now for 35, you'll make 62 cents profit times 4, $62 times 4, $250. And now you can bring in $135 per contract 4 times, 540 more for December 17, which includes a holiday day and Thanksgiving coming up. At 25, you could play that game. I'd recommend you do that rather than write a 216, because when the Decembers expire, you can write January's for another $1.35. So 135 plus 135 is 270 gross rather than 216 gross. See what I'm saying? You may buy those Decembers back at 30 cents, and you might write then the Januaries and then buy them back eventually at 30 cents, making $1 a month, let's say, on these stocks. $1, that's $400 a month. $400 a month coming in on a $2,300 contract or stock 4 times. It is money. This is easy money. Why not? So that's what I do. I wouldn't write Jans. No, just go from November to December. Yeah. Soon we will have weeklies on Matterport. They will shortly be out. I don't know what day, but not too long from now, there could be weekly contracts on Matterport. So you might write 2 week at a time contracts only, and you're going to take in 80 cents, buy them for 20, sell them for 80, but taking 50, 60 cents at a time, again depending on the stock's performance and time degradation and all that. We'll see how this goes. All right. I was happy to make $52 today. Julie, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Yeah, this only kept me busy during COVID, says Adventures. Uncle Bruce, I still have 30 SoFi contracts at 22. Left, expires in December. Should I wait a bit longer or roll to April? So you got 30 $22 contracts on you say SoFi? On SoFi. So let's take a look here. December 3rd expiry. Okay, SoFi options. All right. Hang on. Get that to work. Where are we at now? $22.95 on the stock. December, did you say December 3rd, right? Yeah, okay. December 3, you've got 22s sitting at 224 to 233 a piece right now. You don't have to make a move right now. You can wait a little longer. If the shares go up $1 from here, $1.50 from here, they kind of reach that 24.50 level. You got yourself a 250 book value plus premium. You probably got a $3+ contract. You can then look to roll. You can roll now if you want. But when you do so, Hallow, offer your contracts towards the high end of the offer. Make it a stink offer. So if the market is like 224 to 233, offer them at 232. When the time comes. So if the time comes and their market is like 278 to 305, you're at 304 on the sell side. You get that price, you say thank you. Now you take a look at the contract you want to buy, put in a stink bid to buy it. Don't be in a hurry to replace it. Be really particular. Score the highest price you can get and score the lowest price you can buy them for. That extra 10, 15, 20 cents you might score on 30 contracts, 20 cents, $600 in your pocket. Thank you very much. You deserve that money. Nobody else. I have Spire February 22, 750 call. Should I roll these out? Not yet. Not necessary to do that yet. Does anyone here still have February Spire call for 750? We've done this. Robert. Bruce, do you ever contemplate writing a book on option strategies? I only found a few useful books on the subject. Would gladly buy it if you did. Robert, I think about all kinds of stuff all the time. And for now, this channel is only 8 months old, 9 months old, as far as being live every day since January, February. I'm still trying to find my legs on it. The classes were a big step. I need to do more. I need to get another 10 classes up. I've got to get to 20. Once I get to 20 classes, I could then maybe take a look at converting all that into a book of some kind. Might be an ebook. It could be a printed book, an ebook, a Kindle book. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to need help on that. Serious help on that. It's going to take time, and I have no idea. So I might be another 3 months away from getting another bunch of classes up. Might be 6 months away. I have no idea. Right now, Jen and I are houseless. We have no home. We're on the road, and so all of this is on the road, on the fly, and I'll let you know. I mean, if I do a book, I can guarantee you'll hear about it. You will hear about it. So stand by. You never know. I wouldn't touch those now. One day you're fine. Let's see. Let's see. Adam, I have February 22, $5 Spire. I'm holding. Is there some late day ME momentum going on? 1306. Yep, there is. Happy to see it. I love it. Go ME, go. Take it to the sky, baby. 7 minutes to go. Go to the moon. 4.2 million. Really nice volume on the end of the day here. I wish I wasn't greedy. I should have bought the $5 strike. Beach Boy, 227. ME to 1350. Let's go. Cheddar, holy capoli. What did you do with the SoFi savages? SoFi, 2310, down up to 68. That's where we're at on SoFi today. Let's see. Gregory. So Bruce, what you were talking about sounds like options day trading. Why make those day trades and options instead of on the stock itself? Again, the thing about the options is that you have protection, time. There are days where you can do a day trade. There'll be weeks where you can't, but the option will let you win anyway because the time depreciation will give you the ace in the hole that you have to win in the end. With stock, there is no time degradation. You're just in and out, in and out. That's why you can play the options market in a different way than day trading. It's a little, you got a little more insurance, and that's what I like about that. Okay. Did Sofi mention the charter? We don't think so. Yo, Uncle Bruce, I have a number of Matterport January calls, 10s and 1250s. Do I roll them now and buy options further out, or do I keep letting them ride? Would be nice to have fresh powder. What are your ideas? Well, if you're up on them, and it sounds like you are, you can sell them, turn around, buy April calls. You might want to buy April 20s, 2250s, using maybe half the dough that you're taking from these. Or on the other hand, what you can do is sell these calls and buy Matterport with the calls. And if you can pick up 200, 300, 400, 500 shares, now be an option writer and play the opposite side. Now is your move. That's the way I'd look at it. As Billy Ray used to say, make that stock your biatch. Or was that Uncle Bruce? Drop, are you Mr. Sundrop on Weeble? So the rerun members only, great idea. Let's see. The rerun is members only. No offense here at all. If you have questions on PSFE, just need to watch more. Should have been. I no idea what's going on. Let's see. Spire really kind of just chilling, stuck at 550. Spire 546 today. That's what it's doing. SoFi 2307. We got 4 minutes to go. GameStop at 204 up 482. Matterport up 92 cents to 22.19. ME 1301 up 149. Spire 546 up 9. Unfortunately, ATIP got it to that 390 range, backed off to 383. Smart Rent 1090 down 145. That is a bargain there. There's Cyxtera down 2 cents at 979. We had just touched again, we were at 983. We were up 2 cents. Now we're down 2 cents on 95,000 shares of Cyxtera. Absolutely no volume whatsoever. Something's going on. No one's talking. No one's saying anything. Something's up. I have been chanting every day. Come on, ATIP, break 4. Come Spire, break 6. Time for a rally cap Friday. There we go. ME is having a good power hour. My CEO is on CNBC tomorrow. He's on CNBC now. Way to go. Pace safe. Way to go. Whoa, big sell order. Sean and Wendy, 23andMe and CEO is on CNBC. Great news. She's on. SoFi CEO is on this morning. See, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, you have us way ahead. Well, way to go, you guys. ME, 1307, $1.55 gain. I love it. I love it. Want to see the stocks go higher and higher. We're down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and we're going to close for the day. Okay, just checking. He posts a lot, and I've been wondering. Let's see. What else is going on here? Bruce, I gave you a like. Thank you. Thank you. Sean and Wendy, 23 meter going into healthcare. Is this new news? Well, that lemonade thing is, part of what they're doing, so it looks good. Okay. What else? Do you have Sunday? I have Sunday openings. Yes, I have Sunday openings for one-on-ones. You can get together with me 10 in the morning Sunday Eastern time or 2 in the afternoon. 10 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, your choice, JMac. That's what I got available for Sunday. Okay. Scooter Rooster, I just joined the group at the preschool stage of option trading, but learning tons. Looking forward to making mad stacks. Laugh out loud. Thanks, Uncle B. Way to go, Scooter. Welcome. Let's see. MECO talking about the possibility of making their own drugs in the future. This is bullish. 23andMe is on the move. It is 1303. We're just fine. Spire, Feb 22, 750 calls are like candy. I just keep buying more, averaging down. Cheddar Stacks, hi Scooter, welcome to the casino where Bruce is the house and we bet on him. Let's go. Bruce, I was way up on my SoFi calls, so I sold them and I bought the underlying shares. I hope I did the right thing. Right on, Adam. You're getting ready to write options. Fabulous, man. This is awesome. You're on the other side now. ME has all the data. They definitely should do that, Mike. It's been really only vision for going for long on the stock. There's a lot of potential on ME. A lot of potential. Okay, it'll be interesting to see the next 13D filings to see who bought all those ATIP stocks. Yeah, last minute of the day here, ATIP 383, volume today 3.5 million, 30 million yesterday. What a 24 hours. Uncle Bruce, if I'm going to write me a call, if I'm going to write ME call, what's a good strike and date to do it? ME calls, wait till it hits 20. Let's see if that's what you're asking. Let's see. I rented out 100 shares of GameStop for an hour and 20 minutes and turned it into 10 shares of Smart Rent. How about that? Let's see. ME on the move again. Love it. ME 1306. We're closed. We're closing here. The bell should be ringing here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Beautiful stuff. Hollow Smith, thank you. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for the advice. I'll put in that stink offer. There you go. Hey, Uncle B, I wrote $21 SoFi calls that expire tomorrow. What's the role play for those? Well, let's see what happens in the morning. If the shares do any kind of a dip on that. Statements have been gobbling up our favorites for the past few months. Here's my question. I have 242 ATIP, 123 ME, and 180 Spire. The others are all less than 100 each. You got to round up that 180 Spire and round up the ATIP to 300 and just keep waiting. Thank you. Yes, we gotcha. I gotcha, Bertie. You're done. You're in, Bertie. I gotcha. Okay. I got you. Okay, we'll take care of that. Thank you. How long till we start writing calls on Spire and ATIP? When they break 20 is where I recommend we go for. Ebook is easy. Write it and put it on Amazon for $5.99. Laugh out loud. Ebooks don't smell very nice though. I like hard copies of books. I like the smell. I need a one-on-one. What's your availability? Bertie, I got you locked in there. Good stuff. Let's see. I'm either a panicky or a smart guy. I wrote and did some day trade rollovers on SoFi December 31st calls, inching up strikes from 22 and ended up stopping at 24 and sold for 249. The calls are 187. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Way to go, man. That's awesome stock. Awesome stuff. Mr. T, can we just appreciate for a moment that there are no dislikes on the video today? Cue the haters. I'm late in today, so I'm number 269. We have 9 thumbs down, so I don't know where you're talking about. None, but hey, 286 on the upside. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Hi, Bruce. I wouldn't want to be out of the housing market right now. Can you tell us why you think it's okay? It all depends on your age, your situation, a whole lot of reasons here. I can't get into that right now. Housing market is a whole other world. What else is going on? Available. I sent you an email. It'll make it easier. Thanks. I'll check it out later, buddy. I'll get back to you. Don't worry. Noto mentioned the bank charter in an interview this morning. We've been in the process with the Fed, and their feedback has been constructive. Sound like a couple to several more months. Okay, and let's see. Comments. I decided to tip my toes in selling puts. So I sold some SoFi March 2022 1750 strikes. I got $1.32 for each. Seems okay to deal to me. So you're selling out of the money puts. That's beautiful for $1.32. So you're prepared to pay $16.18 for the stock. Beautiful. Stock's at $22.97. Yeah, March 2022. As every day goes by, every week goes by, those will shrink in value, and you decide when to buy them back for less or nothing at all. Nice going. Larry, thank you for the bells. I know you did it. I appreciate that. Smart apparently did a little rip here on the downside. 1017 down 1017 down 218 a share. I have no idea why it went down. I'm wondering if something's up. We'll have to keep an eye open for that. Hey, Uncle Bruce, smart move to buy ATIP 250 options expiring December 16. Yes, it's a smart move. You thought I was asleep at the wheel, didn't you? No, I was way behind on messages, so I couldn't get to you. Let's go. What happened on Smart Rent? We're going to watch for that tomorrow. Tanked in the final minutes, and Smart Rent hit the stink. Hit my stink bit. What happened to Smart Rent? Just got hit with a stink bid at 989. I got 300 more. Right on. That's a good buy. Smart Rent dumped a bit here. We're going to have to look into this and see what's going on with it. What happened to Smart Rent? What's going on? It's down 17% loss today. Nice. Let's see. Are they doing an ATIP on Smart Rent? What's going on? Mike, I understand that isn't coming. What's going on? I'm out of here. Thanks. Good up. Austin, you take care, buddy. Smart Rent, a 1014 in the aftermarket. Let's see if we can pop this up here. 1017 on the day, to drop a total of 271, all in the last. It really took a dump in the last minute, from about $11 or so to 1017. It's 1014 in the aftermarket, and I'm curious to know as well what is up with this. I don't know if there's any kind of a filing, or is there some kind of a calling in the warrants? Is there some? I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I bought 2 SoFi $21 calls yesterday, sold them today with 100% profit. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. There you go. Let's see. Could it be Smart Rent earnings? I don't think so. Some of the avatars in here crack me up. Well, we'll have to just see what's going on. We'll look for the announcement if there is one. What's happening? There had to have been something specific going on, something corporate. I'm wondering if there's a filing being done by the company. I'm not sure. 1014 a share is where it's at. 1017 last trade. I can't understand for the life of me why it would do this. The company has $470 million cash in its bank account. $470 million in cash. Okay, Smart Rent is valued at $1.9 billion. 470 of it is cash. So, over a quarter of the company is money. I don't understand. There's $250 a share cash in the bank account, so I'm not sure what to make of it. The company's firing on all cylinders. Is there a merger? Is there a takeover? Is there a deal? Are they about to announce something tonight or tomorrow morning? Some kind of a deal that involves cash and stock and prizes. Are they buying some kind of a company for a combination stock and cash deal? And is this it? I'm here. I'll tell you this. Tomorrow morning, you want to look at $10 call options if you're thinking of any. But wait till the announcement. Let's see what's going on. Laugh out loud. The bid ask for selling Smart Rent cash secured puts, 25 to 490. The bid ask. Gonna put a stink bid in at 490 tomorrow. Let's go. They're going to get acquired. Watch. Let's see. I have no idea. Well, I'll be watching for it. I'm sure you will too. If we see anything anywhere, we'll mention it. It is right now 1014 last trade, aftermarket 7,700 volume. That's all. The volume on the day was 3 million on the full day. I don't know how many traded in the last minute to drop it like this. I don't know what it took to get it to do that. Did any of you have stink bids on the stock? I know one of you did, apparently. Then way to go. Let's see. Joshua, I only have Spire, SoFi, ME, and ATIP. See y'all tomorrow. Gotta head out tomorrow. Jordan, you take care. Drop. Smart Rent, third quarter, 2021 miss. Do they get smoked on earnings? I don't know. I have posted from ATIP to triggered on that smart drop. Why did I buy Smart Rent? Let's see what happens. I'm not sure. Last minute of trading, 385,000 shares. That's all it was. It was just 385. Overreaction? Probably. If it's to do with earnings, it's certainly an overreaction. No one was expecting Smart Rent to come in with profits. Nobody was expecting Smart Rent to become profitable this quarter. So I don't know what's going on here. Should know all real estate's going to get smoked. It's going to go 3D. All real estate will go 3D. So Smart Rent is going to go higher. No idea, folks. Still sitting at 1014 here on 8,100 volume. That's all I got. BlackRock will still dump real estate all over the place. Even if they do, you have to 3-day image it to sell it to somebody else nowadays. you'll use Smart Rent. You'll make them money. Why didn't I buy more? Uncle Bruce, I know why Smart Rent went down. I bought 200 shares today. That's why it went down. Oh, okay. Drops now. Real estate going to crash. Oh, okay. 10:30 now on Smart Rent. A little higher here. It's now up 13 cents in the aftermarket, but only 8,100 traded. Closed at 10:17 here. They're not going to dump it. They're going to rent it out. Recurring income. Bruce, Smart Rent isn't 3D. That's Matterport. Oh yeah, Smart Rent. Sorry, Smart Rent is the smart real estate with all of the systems. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. Smart Rent does 3D, or Matterport. Matterport does 3D. Smart Rent is remote control and keyless entry, control of your systems, everything. Yeah, this company is a winner chicken dinner. 470 million cash on hand. Why would the stock be down? Kind of weird. Don't know. I'm going to be buying real estate, says Drops. There you go. Yeah, 10:30 last trade, up 13 in the aftermarket, down 218 on the day, at 217. It started on the day at 1190. It was right there, and it went right down in the first 20 minutes. It was down to $11, and then it came back up to 1170, 72. That was around just short of 11 o'clock, and then it backed off again to this 11 mark and stayed at 11:20 all day until late in the day when it was back to 11, and then it did this sudden drop to 10:17 last trade. It was obviously premeditated, last minute of the day dump off. Now, maybe what happened here, and again, I'm just speculating now. I'm totally spitballing. You say that 300,000 came in at the very end. It could have been that there was a sell order for 2 million shares to get out. Somebody wanted to sell out, and the seller sold into the market all day long. But at the very end, they still had that 380,000 to go, and it turned into a market sell, get out, and they dumped it. Maybe that happened. Just playing the old, well, maybe. I'm going to buy fake real estate. I've been stacking cash to buy real estate when it dips hard, probably January, March. Well, we'll see. 10:30 now on the stock, 13-cent recovery from the 10:17 low. I got nothing. I got nothing. I have no idea if there's anything going on. I'm going to buy synthetic fake real estate. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, there it is. Aftermarket trading. Rocket Lab, no change, 14.23. SoFi, 23.04, up 7 cents in the aftermarket. GameStop, 2.05, up 48 cents in the aftermarket. Matterport, 22.23, up 3 cents in the aftermarket. ME, 13.10, up 4 cents in the aftermarket. Spire, up a penny in the aftermarket to 5.46. ATIP, up a penny in the aftermarket to 3.83. And then there's the Smart Rent sitting here at 10, now showing 10.19, 10.30, 10.19. Watching to see if both my devices will sync into this. Sextera, no trades in the aftermarket at all. AMC ended up with a gain of 111 to 39.40. Robinhood lost 32 cents. Vector, SMH, the ETF gained 527 to 298. Home Depot down 88 cents. IBM up 7 cents. The Dow lost 158. Microsoft up 163. Apple down a nickel. Tesla down 444. Bed Bath Beyond lost $1.29. Gained $1.29. BlackBerry up 6. Royal Caribbean lost 240 today to 86.35. Norwegian down. Carnival down. Goldman up 335 to 402.47. Cisco lost $1 today. 10.24 now on Smart Rent. 10.24 in the aftermarket. Now 10.25 on the aftermarket. 8,600 volume. That's all I'm showing. So it's up 7-8 cents on the aftermarket, but it was down 218 during the day with a big drop at the end. So, folks, I have no idea what to tell you. No laugh. There's some company doing it. Smart Rent's third quarter revenue was $35 million, outperformed, and their EBITDA was $16 million, falling. I laugh out loud to both falling. So they're gaining. They're gaining on their earnings and they're losing less money. Associates Cheddar Stacks, only one that's red is Spire, where I have an average acquisition at around 675. So I'm down about 20% on it. but it's my smallest investment. Let's see. Let's see. What else is going on here? No other real comments here on Spire at the moment. Nothing much else to tell you at this point in time. 1025, 1030 now on Smart Rent. Back to 1030 again, up 13 cents. 8,900 volume I'm showing at the moment, and I'm not showing any news anywhere official that I can see. Let's see here. Dow down 158, S&P up 2.5, Nasdaq up 81, and let's see if we can get anything over there. 1030 on Smart Rent on 9,000 volume, 13-cent gain from the final print on the day. 1025 to 1030 on Smart Rent. Okay. Smart Rent. 1030 on now 18,100 I'm showing. 20,000 now. 20,000 volume at 1030 a share. 20,000 volume at the moment. Now, Smart Rent, any announcement anywhere? No official announcement as of the 11th of November. Nothing here. They did their third quarter last night. They released their third quarter financials last night. So I got nothing. 20,000 volume now on Smart Rent. 1030 last trade. That's it. That's that at the moment. Okay. All right. My stink bid on closing my Goldman Sachs covered call hit right before the bell. Way to go. This is fabulous. This is so cool. This is how you can take advantage of these markets. Absolutely. Put in these stink bids and offers, and you never know. You never know. You get one of these anxious sellers, anxious buyers, last minute market completion of an order. You scoop your deal. Way to go. Okay. Way to go. All right. 1030 a share now. 20,600 on Smart Rent is what I'm showing at the moment. Okay. There you have it. All right. That's it. Folks, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you all of you for catching up with me. And thank you for your support of this channel. Jen and I appreciate you so much. And there we go right there. Okay, we're going to do that. Nicholas, I got your message, so I'll read that in a bit. So fabulous, buddy. Yeah. No idea. Okay. All kinds of stuff coming on here. Thank you again, everybody, for being here, hanging out with yours truly. Hope you're making money today. Hope you're going to make some more money tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing and becoming members of this channel. It's fabulous. I love this. Appreciate all of you being here. Cindy just giving me a message here. Here we go. Just bought 100 shares after hours at 1024 on Smart Rent. Nice. I think that's a steal. I really do. 1029 right now. Well, nice move there. I found a beautiful townhouse on Matterport with my exact floor plan. Now I hold my iPad right in front of my face when I walk around my place so I can pretend it's not so crappy. How about that? Neat. Right on, everybody. Which lesson is best for beginning writing covered call? Start at lesson number 1. Go to 2, go to 3, go to 4. If you're a beginner, go there, please. One at a time. Take your time. Good evening, gang. Says British. I haven't been in business for over 20 years for nothing. See ya. I have to go to lesson number 1. Right on, Julie. Michael, take care. Got to run. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for putting in the long hours. Have a great night. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Have a good night, y'all. I believe it's lesson number 2. Made some dough today. Thanks, Uncle B. Way to go, Scooter Rooster. Vernon, have a good night. You guys all have a good night, everybody. Okay, thanks, HD. Folks, thank you so much for being here. 1035 on your smart rent. We're going higher on smart rent. 1035 last trade on 26,000. So there's a bit of a recovery. I don't know how much this will be. But again, just in time to miss everything again. Dang, says British Shilling. Time to watch the rerun. 1035 on smart rent, up 17 on the aftermarket after dropping 218 on the day. So, it's still down 201 on the day at 1035. This is a mega bargain. I don't know what's going on, though. Bruce, you sound wiped and perplexed. Go have a good evening, regroup, and we'll see you in the morning. Thanks for helping me make the market a lot less murky. So I wait for a message to the class. Bertie, I will send you an email shortly as soon as I get off the air. I'll get back to you. Don't worry. Cheers. British Shilling. Yeah, you late. One-on-one. Yes. Carol, $10 super sticker. Thank you, Carol. British. Oh, well, shopping won't be by itself. Michael, taking my tendies, and I'm out of here. Thanks, Uncle B. DQ, number 1, buying options. Number 2, writing options. There you go. Writing and buying. You got to learn how it works. And that's what you want to do. Okay, thanks, says Bertie. You got it, buddy. I'll be back. I'll be at you in a minute. 1035 on smart rent, down, still up, is now up 17 cents on 26,500 volume in the aftermarket. I have no news as to why it dropped like it did. No news why it's coming on like it is. But if there is no news and it was just a sellout of a position, I'm not surprised to see this recovery. And if any of you can scoop any of this stuff, go ahead and do so. Just bought 100 smart rent. Don't know how much about it, but you seem to like it. And it looks like a good entry. Worth, that is a really good entry down here. DQ, great. Thanks. Right on, guys. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for your everything. Everything. Thank you so much for everything. And we'll catch you later tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's see how the market does for us tomorrow. Hopefully we can see you make more money. Thanks so much, Bruce, especially yesterday. What a marathon for you with 3 shows. You are a machine. DQ, good night. Good night, all. Right on, DQ. Love that Steeler logo. We'll see you all in the morning. Have a great night, everybody. Talk to you later. Thanks, Paul. You take care. Bye for now.